Immigration Minister Peter Dutton has known about plans to shut the Manus Island detention centre for months.
Now, this comes following a ruling in the Papua New Guinea Supreme Court which found the regional processing centre to be illegal. Here's Charles Croucher with the details.
Well, this decision by the Papua New Guinean government has effectively put the Australian government on the clock to find a solution with what to do with the 850 asylum seekers still detained on Manus Island. Earlier this morning, the High Commissioner from Papua New Guinea, Charles Lapani, said that he was surprised the government doesn't have a response. Now, exactly what that response could be could take a number of forms. The minister says there is capacity on Nauru to take some of these people. They're also looking for other third parties and encouraging these detainees to either go back to the country of origin or to settle in Papua New Guinea if they're genuine refugees. But it's a problem for the government as they try and wade through this. If they settle them in here in Australia or New Zealand or some other option like that, it does provide an incentive for people smugglers to restart this trade. And that's the government's biggest deterrence. They've long said they stop the boats. It's something they were elected on, something they have thrived on, and something they'll want to run again come the election on July 2nd.
So for more on this, we have commentator Shelly Horton and Nine's Richard Wilkins on there. Shelly, let's go to you first. Who do you think is responsible here? Where should these detainees, because they're going to close this.
Yeah.
So where are they going to go? Papua New Guinea, Australia, Nauru.
I think
what should we be doing?
Be Australia. It's our problem. We have to deal with it, and they should be processed quickly. This is my issue. I mean, this centre has been open for 3 years and some of these people have been processed in 3 years. How is that possible? That's not humane. So I wish I had an answer. I don't have an answer, and I'm the girl who has an opinion on everything, and I'm just so confused by it all. But I feel so much compassion for these people who are in these refugee
well, some people would say that they've come here illegally. Some people would say,
yeah, but we need more British backpackers who have overstayed their visa in Australia. So I think that we have to look at why we're targeting these people. I think saying that you're looking at the people smugglers is not actually causing, it's not the cause and effect that we're hoping it's having. We're not catching the people smugglers as much as we're hoping. So I don't know. I wish I had an answer.
I'll tell you where it should be, anywhere other than Australia, because to settle them in Australia is just going to open the invitation once again for the smugglers to start their businesses up again. You know, this was the doing of the Labor government back in the day. Let's remember that, where it was the Gillard government and who set up the in PNG. The government there has said enough's enough. We don't want them anymore unless they've been ratified and you know, given humanitarian status to settle in PNG. Peter O'Neill, the Prime Minister, then says, you know, they're more than welcome to settle in PNG. However, these people, largely Iranian refugees, don't want to.
They don't want to live there. They want to live here.
They want to live in Australia. So this is you know, right now it's a problem for the government, but they should be able, I would have thought, to come up with something pretty quickly. I thought the bombshell was Immigration Minister Peter Dutton saying they've known about this for some time.
Do you think that's true, or do you think... part of me feels like that's, you know, the Immigration Minister going, oh, I knew this was going to happen, last year.
Well, if it said that, he should have followed it up by a statement saying, and this is what we are going to do. You know, we're going to hurry up the process so that some of these people can stay in PNG, some can go elsewhere, but having them back in Australia is going to open up a whole can of worms for everybody. You know, stopping the boats has been a great triumph for the coalition government.
Well, politically, it's not been a great triumph for humanity, but politically it's been a fantastic triumph.
50,000 people coming here and 1,200 dying at sea wasn't a great triumph for the former policy either.
No, it's not, but I mean...
It's a tough one. There's no one suggesting it's easy.
All right, let's move on now. And vehicles with offensive slogans and explicit artwork could soon be banned from camping grounds. One Byron Bay councillor has lodged a motion calling for signs to be put up banning the vandalised vehicles, including the notorious wicked camper vans. Now, Dickie, I didn't know what these wicked camper vans were. I asked David this morning, and they do sound quite offensive.
They are offensive.
Do you think they should be banned?
I don't think you can't teach people manners or good sense or common decency, so sometimes you have to have laws saying, no, this is not acceptable in our society. Well, you can't... I mean, Shelly and I were talking about this. Tell us some of the things that are on the side.
Seriously, there are some things written on these camper vans that I can't even say on morning TV. So if you can't say it on morning TV, why should we be able to put it on a van that's driving around the roads? One of the things that I can say, and I find incredibly offensive, is I don't trust anything that bleeds for 5 days a month and doesn't die.
Right.
Like that sort of thing.
Did we
Another
Google
one,
1980s humour?
I've wanted to drown my troubles, but I can't get my wife to go swimming. Like, we've just announced this massive anti-domestic violence and stopping offensive behaviour towards women, and this is okay?
Yeah, it's
the
not
government
funny.
needs to step in and just ban it. It's stupid.
Just fine people. If you're driving something around with that on it, you cop
Here's a fine.
$2,000
Hit them in
fine.
the
Don't do
hip
it again.
pocket. Yeah.
All right, and finally, when a celebrity dies, people often take to eBay to buy and sell memorabilia. It's a natural thing to do. But one fan is trying so hard, they're attempting to sell the Rainwater from the day that Prince died. Dickie, you are our music expert. They are calling the product, quote-unquote, surprisingly, Purple Rain. At the moment, it looks like it has no bits.
No bits.
Well, look, there's a market.
How much you want for it?
There's a market for anything and everything. There's an old saying that we used to study in Latin at school, caveat emptor, let the buyer beware. You know,
When did you go to school? In the 1800s?
long
Yeah,
time.
seriously.
I did
Did you
Latin.
write with a quill? Like,
wasn't for helping pen, actually. For a while. Damn, why did I say that? No, we did study Latin at school for a few years. Look, if someone's silly enough to buy it, then knock yourself out. Good luck to you.
Shelley,
I
Marketing
think
genius.
it's hilarious.
Did you
No way. But I had a quick look at some of the weirdest things that have been sold on eBay. One was a grilled cheese sandwich that looked like it had the Virgin Mary on it.
I remember that.
Oh, that was delicious. I bought that.
Yeah.
$28,000.
That's in David's collection.
Another food-related, Justin Timberlake had half-eaten a piece of toast and left it at a radio station, and they sold that for $1,000.
Yeah, I bought that.
But my favourite...
That'd be worth a fortune.
William Shatner sold his kidney stone.
He did.
How much?
$25,000. It was
Wow.
for charity.
For charity.
But imagine bidding
Genius.
on a kidney stone.
I'll tell you what.
Well, if the money's going to charity, then, it's a
Anything for
donation,
charity,
isn't it?
right?
Yeah, exactly.
But caveat emptor.
Thank you,
Two
Richard.
words
Thank
for
you,
the day.
Shelley.
What's caveat emptor?
Let the
Buyer
buyer beware.
beware.
Caveat emptor. Well, go on to Facebook and the Twitter and let us know what you think about our Latin.
Still to come
Good
this
to see you
Thursday.
guys.
Is your boss ripping you off?